In this video, I used the method of glazing to color one of the study drawings I did from last week. And there's a thing I want to test out. First of all, apply 3 layers of gesso to protect paper from oil. I also didn't use fixer to test out how the charcoal and the gesso would mix to each other. And it's not too bad. The gesso got a little bit charcoal mixed into it, but it's all acceptable. I'm using clear gesso because I won't be able to see my sketch when I apply colors on top. I think this means it's dry. Mixed with liquid original, I used Sap Green for the first layer of skin and ultramarine blue for the robe. What is a glaze or glazing if you don't know? Glazing is a term used for a thin transparent layer of paint, particularly in oil painting and acrylics. Glazes are used on top of one another to build up depth and modify colors in a painting. It must be completely dry before another is applied on top, so the color don't physically mix. And this is the thing I want to test out. Can I glaze over my charcoal drawing? Can I use my charcoal drawing as a base layer? The base layer is usually called Grisaille, a method of painting in gray monochrome, or sepia. Charcoal drawing is gray monochrome. It should work. And that's about it for the first day. I have to wait for this layer to completely dry to apply the next layer. I add more brown to my second skin color layer, especially in the shadow areas. I glaze over the hair, over the robe again to make the blue richer, and some white to bring out highlights. Time to set it aside and let it dry again. I got some new charcoals. Nitram Fine Art Charcoal. And Nitram Sharpen Block. The cover has Velcro stick on it, makes it reusable, so that's good. I forgot what this color meant. The blue one is H, the orange one is HB, the green one is B, and the yellow one is soft. Okay. Blue, orange, green, yellow, blue, orange, green, yellow, blue, orange, green, yellow, blue, orange, green, yellow. I don't want to sharpen my charcoal stick too much because seeing the stick turns into charcoal dust makes the cheap Asian side of me extremely uncomfortable. And then the genius part of me comes up with this great yet extremely cheap idea to collect these charcoal dust into my pan pastel powder case. I can for sure reuse them sometime. Let's try them out. Let's do a charcoal drawing study. I don't want to draw from photo, so I set up still life object, bread. But not just any bread, it's bread served with love and thankness. The hardest charcoal is for sure hard. As I start to shade darker areas, I tried all the charcoal sticks to test out their hardness/softness. The charcoal sticks seems good, but here comes the problem with me not sharpening them. I can't really do the details without a fine point. I'm not mentally ready to make my new charcoal sticks into pointy needles, so I just grab my charcoal pencil for now. I tried my best to make light and dark areas more contrasty, but it still looked kinda blended. That's the thing with life drawing. If you stare at the dark area for too long, your eyes adjust to them, and it will not appear as dark. So you have to be conscious about that. Anyway, I've spent more time on this drawing than I planned, and I'm really hungry. Okay, just one more layer to wrap up this glazing study. I think I want glaze over some red into the skin and refine some highlights. The painting is not as good as I thought I can do, but a good glazing study nonetheless. I'm doing more glazing studies for sure. I like how this technique saves me on oil paints too. So that's it for this week's video. Keep practicing. Happy painting, happy drawing, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.